Everyone, welcome to Adorkly podcast with your lovely hosts, Cindy and Hannah.
Hey,
How are you doing today?
I'm good. You?
Pretty good. So this is actually a re-recording because last time we tried this, went all over the place and the internet wasn't really working out
Really
very well.
shitty.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so Skype kept shutting down on poor Hannah here. So we're gonna try this again, and hopefully this time is a winner. So this was actually a Valentine's
Hopefully
special.
it works.
Yeah, but we're a fan of shipping, so it doesn't really matter when we do this anyway. We're gonna be
No.
talking,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna be talking about our favorite couples and shipping in general. So not necessarily like actual couples. It could be what we want to happen, what we want to see. But and it also includes friendships, very strong friendships are
Like
also
romances and stuff like that.
totally valid. So, yeah. So, if you happen to catch us, I'm not actually tweeting this out or anything today because this is, again, try
A
number
re-
two. So, if you happen to just, see us live, you can, try to chat with us and I'll try to. I'm looking at the chat channel right now on YouTube, so I'll try to have to chat with you or answer as I'm talking. I'm not going to type because that's just not going to happen. All right. So let's just dive right into it. Oh, you know what? Do you know what time it is actually before we do anything? Because I'm trying to keep this at like,
It
uh,
is 7 o'clock by my watch.
okay, perfect. So we're going to try to keep this 40 minutes long so you guys are not listening to this podcast forever. This is also available on iTunes. Check out Adorkly. And we're doing this bi-weekly until we announce otherwise. So here we go. So our first favorite couple of geekdom that we love was Han and Leia from Star
Yes.
Wars, of
Yes.
course. Of course. So,
Anyone who doesn't ship those is like a lunatic.
right? So, well, I mean, they're pretty canon. They are, now if you, there's going to be Force Unleashed spoilers if you haven't seen it yet.
Force
It's Oh,
Awakens, damn
sorry,
it.
sorry. What did I say? Unleashed again? Because
Yeah,
that's
again.
the stupid game, and it came out a long time ago, years ago, and it just stuck in my head. But anyway, thank you for correcting me. So this is why
Sorry.
it's nice to have a co-host, so I can be corrected.
I feel so bad doing that. Sorry.
No, 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 please do it. Correct me, like, hardcore, because if you don't, some angry emailing person will. So it's better if you do. All right. So, yes, there will be spoilers in the new movie if you haven't seen Star Wars. So it's
Sorry.
February. Yeah. Like, if you
If
haven't
you
seen it
haven't
by
seen it by
now,
now, you deserve to have it spoiled for you. Sorry.
or you're not
Oh,
a true
sorry.
fan. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I know people who are true fans and still haven't gotten a chance to see it for whatever reason. So I don't mean that. All right. So Hannah and Leia, why are they like one of your favorite couples of geekdom, Hannah?
Because they're both sassy little bitches.
I love that answer. They are like you when think of sassy, you usually think of Han. And I mean, of course, he's the ultimate sassiness in the galaxy. But Leia
Yes.
has a few of her zingers as well. And Leia, I
Yes.
love that she's always been this very strong character. And she's a woman of her own, like nobody tells Leia what to do. And I love that. I
No.
love the dynamic and their love is realistic to a certain point, even though it's in a fantasy sci-fi universe.
Yeah, it's not like she's like the princess, like she's like, Obi-Wan save me, and then Han comes along, she's like, oh screw you, you like I've heard her.
Exactly, because at first, like, it is very like every RPG you've ever played, where the boys have to go save the prince, and it's like the hero has to save the princess. Even if you see like the old vintage 1970s movie posters
Yes.
of Luke, like totally looking like the hero badass, like this mystical.
And Leia's like, ah.
Yes, totally. And then, but if you watch the movie and they actually rescue her, she's totally like not impressed at all. She's like, "You're the ones to rescue me? Wow." It's awesome.
Dumber and dumb.
Have you ever seen the spoof Spaceballs?
No.
Because they totally make fun of that, and it's hilarious. The princess in
Like,
that is so high maintenance, and she's so unimpressed all the time. I'm like, oh, that's great. Mm. I am drinking a peppermint mocha, by the way, and it's awesome.
oh,
Yeah.
you can still get those?
No, well, I got it at the co-op. It's actually a Tassimo version. Yeah, I know. I was quite
Nice.
impressed. I'm like, woohoo, yay, peppermint. So we don't have a Starbucks where I live anymore, so it's pretty sad. So I have to make do with what I find.
That's true. Well, you know what? We're doing roll up the rim right now.
At the
And
titties.
I've won like nothing. I'm like so unlucky. I'm like, whatever. I actually got a cup the other day and I blacked out all the prizes on it because I'm like, not going to win those. And then I drew all over it and I was like writing ship names on it. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Oh
Just
no.
getting this funk, you know?
Gosh darn it. All right, well, so yeah, so that pretty much says everything about Hannah and Leia. I mean, I think last time we jumped into the next movie, ships and stuff like that. But I kind of, what else can we say? I feel like we're missing something. But I think basically they're like the ultimate power couple to me
Yeah.
that
Yeah, they are.
that we
They're
grew up
rad.
with to love. And yeah, they're a very good kind of role model, I guess, to, something to keep in mind of what a relationship kind of should be like. It should be more like a partnership and not
Yeah, they're a partnership. They're not like she's stronger than he is and he's stronger than she is. They're like they're pretty equal.
they're equals. Exactly. I love that. And in the new movie, I was really sad that they
They kind of were like separated, like slash estranged kind of
yeah.
thing. And that made
That
me sad. But at the same time, when you're very similar personalities, you can't get along forever
that's right.
sometimes. So
And the
I
rift
thought that was really
was
realistic.
again, that is realistic because it wasn't due to their relationship, it was due to their relationship with their child. And that honestly has driven couples apart when, especially when your child turns into, a Sith or to the dark side. I mean, that would do it, right? Because everybody's like, it's my fault. Is it your fault? Whose fault is it? It's gonna be our like
Well, and then it starts, yeah, with the blame game and whatever. But
it's
I'm like,
toxic. Yeah, and then they both
yeah,
decided to like, it seemed like they explained that they both dived into their work and Han got went back to what he was doing before.
but you could
So
tell, like, even from like the new movie, that they still did love each other. And I'm like, the ship is still there. Like,
it's
you guys
still
just take
there.
from each other, but you're still there.
Yeah, that was really sweet. All right, so moving on from there, you bring me a ship, bring me your couple or something.
Oh, damn. What did I say? I like the Joker and Harley Quinn.
Okay, yes. And I agree mostly with you because the last Comic Con I went to, I dressed as Harley Quinn and my husband was the Joker and it was fantastic. We had such a good time. It's definitely one of my favorite couples when I grew up, when Batman the animated series was a thing, and I want to say middle to late 90s, and Harley Quinn, when Harley Quinn was introduced, and she was like one of my favorites, like right away. I'm like far from the camera for some reason, but anyway, and yeah, like I absolutely adored her. And her with the Joker at the time had a great dynamic. I liked how I didn't necessarily like how he turned her because he
Yeah,
kind
I
of
was gonna
like
say like they're so
yeah
dysfunctional. I almost feel bad for saying that. It's like it's one of my favorite couples because I'm like they're like horrible to each other, but
yeah
I'm like,
he kind of like messes with her mind
yeah,
to turn her, which but then she just goes with it and owns it. Like when she's finally full-fledged crazy, she owns
then
that.
she's like, hey, love
Yeah,
it.
and she becomes, very much her own woman. But as time goes on, that relationship really sours and becomes very toxic, and he becomes
Yes.
overly abusive. I mean, if he hadn't done that, they would still be a super awesome couple, and she would never have like left him or like ran away from him pretty much. Or I think he
Yeah,
almost tried to kill her a few times. And
I'm
it's
pretty sure.
like, yeah, it's like, dude. So yeah, we're at the point. I'm very excited for the movie because I think it's going to parallel the comics a bit with the Suicide Squad because Harley Quinn, I believe, is almost killed by the Joker, and so then
All the leaked footage I've seen, he's like not very nice to her. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
kind of
that's right. It's
got
going
out
to be
there.
really dark. I think Alan was telling me a few of the previews he's seen. He's like, uh, the dynamic with Harley Quinn and a Joker in the movie is going to be really dark. So, yeah. But yeah, when she gets recruited by the Suicide Squad, she's basically is given a new purpose. And then I've read the comics of just the Harley Quinn comics by themselves, and which is after chronologically after the Suicide Squad, and she's very much seems she's learned a lot from that. And in her own comics, she actually is still crazy, but she does good things. She, she still can be a really messy, angry, like scary badass. But mostly what she doesn't do evil things. I don't classify her as an evil person like the Joker. The Joker is absolutely evil. There's no other.
Oh yeah, no
He's
doubt about it.
like, but Harley actually has a really good heart, and she uses her powers to try to help the little people, which is fantastic. So yeah, so looking forward to that. And there's still like this a lot of nostalgia with me for that couple, and they're still one of my favorites, even though I know that they're so messed up.
I know. I'm like, I feel so bad. I'm like, that's one of my favorite chips, and I'm like, and he's like horrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's like totally like, oh, it's like I love it in comic books, and in real life, I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me?
That's
No.
right. Yeah. And she has a lot like she was very much in love with him to like forever exactly. Like if he hadn't been so awful with her, she'd still be there.
Yeah.
But and she still has there's a lot of attachment even though it's been a long time now, so which I like.
Yeah.
My other question I guess regarding Harley is who would you actually see her with if not the Joker? Do you think the Deadshot thing is actually gonna work?
No.
No, me
I don't
neither.
like that.
Hmm.
I don't know. I can't see her really like with anyone. Like I
Right?
don't know who to
It's
see her
hard.
with than the Joker. I'm like, I know there's people that are like, oh, Poison Ivy and the Joker. Like I ship them. I'm like,
No.
not really. Like they're like girlfriends, like best friends, and like not
Oh,
as.
they're total BFFs, but there's never been more than that.
That's
Um,
why it kind of weirds me out when people are like, okay, because I'm like, you know what? You can be like super tight with someone, like a girl, and not be like, oh my god, we're a couple. I'm like, no,
yeah, exactly. I
you just
like that they're just really, really like sisters. They're
yeah,
super BFFs. I love that, and
that's
I hope nobody ever decides to change that.
that would suck.
Yeah, I mean, I not that I have anything against it. It's just like against same-sex couples or anything. It's just that in
Nope.
that situation, I really don't want to see it change because, well, I'm so used to it, and that's how I
That
see it. And we
exactly.
need that. We need super awesome friendships too. We don't just need lovers and couples all the time.
Yes.
Speaking of which, let's go back to Star Wars and talk about Poe and his BFF.
The bromance.
The
What is that ship
bromance.
even called?
Oh, that was the name. Oh my
We were
god, I
like,
can't
Pin?
remember.
It's Pin.
Pin? Is it Pin? Oh
No.
god.
I don't know what it is. What should it be?
Uh, Pin's good.
Oh?
I can't. I can't think of anything else.
I don't know. I'm always like, what? With
Snow.
sometimes I'm like, a ship name is so
Fio.
hard, it just stumps you.
Yeah. So yeah, so Finn and Poe have an awesome dynamic in the movie, in the new Star Wars movie, and it's like a lot of people are actually shipping them as a couple, which
They
is
are
whatever, more power to. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's a very strong bromance, and I love it to
super
death.
strong bromance.
It's like
Like,
yeah, it's like the equal of supernatural bromance. Like it's that
oh my god, I
awesome.
was just gonna say I ship like Destiel, but like as a friendship, a
Yes,
bromance.
yes.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I love them together. Their chemistry on screen was instant. And it was so good. I don't know if it's the way Poe delivers these lines and Finn just goes with it too, but they just fit. Like it just works so good.
Like love. Like they're like, yeah. Like
Yeah. Like
you
even
guys are gonna be like friends till you die. It's amazing.
exactly. Like forever. Like Luke, like for me it was the same parallel with Luke and Han. Except
Yeah.
yeah, except Luke and Han was a little bit more of like mentor to kind of like a roguish, like Luke was kind of really, oh my God, everything's so new and everything's so great. Like he was kind of like a little puppy that, and then Han was like this more experienced guy who's like, okay, okay, I gotta help
That's
you out.
exactly like Finn Cole, though.
It is actually, yeah, you're right. Because Poe is like, oh my gosh, I better help you out because you don't know nothing.
I was like, I done seen a lot of shit, and Finn's like, oh my god, I don't even have a name, like a real name yet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Finn's been through a lot of combat and stuff too because he's a stormtrooper. But the thing is, he's mentally speaking. I don't think they're allowed to have a lot of like philosophical or anything experience. They're basically do what they're told to do, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, he doesn't have a name. He doesn't. He's like treated like a robot almost. So yeah. So it's I don't know. It's just super awesome the dynamic and the relationship that they have together, and Finn grows so much in a short amount of time. I love it.
It's the jacket.
It's the jacket. That's right. Like Poe, like just like imbues him with his like knowledge or whatever through the jacket.
That's it. Like, you're my aura, whatever.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. But yeah, and does he take it back? No, he doesn't. I think he's just like, no, you keep it.
No, he said something about it looking better on him, and I was like, no, it doesn't, but whatever.
It doesn't, but whatever. Yeah. Well, we both think Poe's really cute, but whatever.
Poe and Rey are going to be together.
Poe and Rey, yeah, that's our ship. And everybody's shipping, yeah, Poe and Finn.
And we're like, it's Poe and Rey.
Yes, Poe and Rey all the way. I'm hoping the second movie will, will bring that into reality, or will actually make that happen more. Because that will be the parallel again with, the original trilogy.
Yes.
Not that I want the exact, I don't want to make it sound like I want the exact same movies. It's just that it's just really nice to see the parallels and stuff like that.
Well, and something so classic, it's almost like they're like honoring it kind of thing for me.
Yeah.
Like with like the new Star Wars, I was like, that is so cool. It was always like, like it's just awesome when you see that. I'm like, well, thank you for like, paying your respects almost to like amazing movies with this new one. Like they didn't totally like, I mean, from the sounds of it, not too many people were happy that Disney had Star Wars now. And I'm like, well, look at how they honored the old films. Like it's amazing.
Exactly. I felt like the relationship, there was kind of something going on with Finn and Rey. Like Finn and Rey had a lot of screen time together, and honestly, I didn't feel
friend zoned him, dude. She friend zoned him hard.
Friend zoned, so like he was like, oh, pretty little girl, like she's so cute. Oh my god, right? And it's probably like the first girl that he's kind of seen in that way.
I was gonna say,
because it's been so discouraged, probably where he was raised. So, and everybody's in these suits all the time.
Shit out of him, obviously.
Exactly. So. And it was awesome that Rey too could take care of herself. Like she was like, "Why are you holding my hand? Let go of my hand."
I was like, "You are a boss."
But I don't want to go too far into that. But I felt like the Poe and Finn relationship was actually better than that. And even though he had less screen time, it was so weird.
I know, so weird.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on from Star Wars. Spending too much time on that.
So, what's another ship that you ship?
What's the ship that I ship? Well, one I can think of that I've actually been watching this show a lot lately with my husband. It's Lost Girl, and my favorite couple, my favorite ship in that is Bo and Dyson. Now,
yeah, that's my ship.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for those people who never heard of Lost Girl, don't know what it is. Lost Girl is basically the story of the Fae, the fairy world in the modern age, and Bo is a succubus, and they're all the different mythical creatures that we know are actually part of the Fae realm. And anyway, Bo is a succubus, Dyson is a werewolf. And they have this really explosive early relationship that kind of falls apart.
Yeah, that was like I started shipping them, and then they would like break up and get back together, break up and get back together, get with other people, and I'm like, I don't even care. You guys are meant to be together.
Yeah, they had a very tumultuous relationship, but to me, their chemistry and just the way they interact together was just so much more real than any other any other couple of the show. There's only one that rivals it, and I'm not going to mention it because it will be a big spoiler for you. But
Just spoil it. Do it.
the only other couple in the show that rivals that is Kenzie and Hale at the end.
Really?
Yeah. And it is really super heartbreakingly sweet. It is heartbreakingly sweet. Yeah, but Bo and Dyson for me is my favorite couple on there, and I keep waiting. I haven't seen the last season, so I don't know if they do get back together or not, but I feel like there's so much there's always so much build up with their relationship, even though it actually does never really come to fruition. You know, and it always means like Dyson has given his true love, because he's a wolf, he mates truly for one time. Yeah, exactly. And he's given all his love to her, and he can't give it to anybody else, which became a problem eventually. And yeah, and Bo, and I feel like she's come to a point where she's had a few loves, but really the one she keeps going back to is always Dyson. So there you go.
He's the one for her, and she just cannot get away from it.
Yeah, exactly. But she's a succubus. She needs to like feed on really strong energy, and Dyson being a werewolf can like give her that more than most fan. He's a really ancient werewolf. He's been around since like, I don't know, medieval ages, so he's good. But anyway, other than that, what do you have?
Oh man. This shouldn't be hard for me, you know. I ship things all the time.
Right.
Okay, recent ship that's just been like rekindled for me because they're like probably so gonna get together is Rick and Michonne from The Walking Dead.
Yes, thank you. From The Walking Dead. That's good show. We brought that up because we're always talking about The Walking Dead on the show.
That's because it's my shit. It's my favorite shit.
It is. My other favorite ship on that show would be, oh my god, I can't remember.
Daryl and Carol.
Yeah, Daryl and Carol. Daryl and Carol. Like, I don't even know why that's not a thing yet. How is that not happening yet?
6 freaking seasons, and I'm like, can you like hold hands when you're not gonna die, please? Like, God.
I don't understand. I know like people were like, because she was flirting hardcore with him so much at one point. It was so cute.
I know.
And I almost to the point where I thought maybe they were a couple. I wasn't sure because they never really showed it, like Maggie and
Glenn.
Thank you. I was like, yeah, Maggie.
Which, by the way, is like a horror. Those are 2 horrible names to try and ship together. Just saying.
It's hard to find a ship name for that. But you know, it's pretty clear that of course they're married now and all that. Their relationship is really clear. When it comes to Carol and Daryl, it's like just don't really know, other than that flirting in that one season, in that couple seasons, I think, in the prison season.
Yeah, but then like even when she and Daryl were like walking around in the city, and she got like hit by a car, and like Daryl like lost his shit, and I was like, yeah, that was like intense. Yeah. Or they like, you know, with Terminus and stuff, when they like found each other again, I was like, oh my god, like frick's sake.
Just get together and just make it official, and yeah.
Just please just get together already.
But as for Rick, I have really mixed feelings because I love him so much. And I'm so glad he got rid of Lori eventually. And now he got with spoilers, major spoilers coming, just saying. But he got with that chick from the town,
that whole hairdresser.
Yeah, the hairdresser, the blonde hairdresser. Now, of course, in the comics she dies. So I haven't seen this yet, but I'm pretty sure she bites the dust yet again in the show.
I like wanted to have a party, dude. I couldn't have asked for a better episode if I'd written it. I hated that chick. It's Rick and Michonne forever. Like, don't get in the way of my ship, you dumb bitch. Sorry, it was a lot of anger for one thing.
There's a little bit of anger there. She's like, she can't even cut hair properly.
She can't.
So funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would be very happy if you go with Michonne. I don't know if they're my ship, so to speak, but it would still make me super happy if you're.
Have you watched the new episode yet, though?
No, I haven't. But you'll be proud of me. I'm halfway through the last one before that, so I've got an episode and a half to watch.
Because honestly, you watch this new episode and you're like, Rick and Michonne are gonna be like married like the end of the season. Like,
really?
Damn. Like, holy shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
do it now.
It's amazing.
I gotta watch this. I know what you're talking about.
I know, right? Like, shit. I was like, said to everyone, I was like, did you see Michonne? Did you see Michonne and Rick? And everyone's like, yes, we saw them. And I'm like, they're going to be married. They're going to be together at the end of the season. They ship will sail. And they're like, I never shipped them together. I'm like, if you don't ship them together after this first, like mid-season premiere or whatever, I'm like, then you suck. Because they're amazing together. They're like a power couple.
They are, yeah. Well, they're both so badass. I mean, come on.
And I mean, yeah, she likes Carl. She likes Judith. That's huge. Like, I don't really like Carl. Sorry. So it's like, yeah.
I like Carl now. He's gotten a lot better.
I'm not going to tell you what happened.
Oh, no. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. More couples. All right, so there's a show that I watch on Netflix. It's a made-for-Netflix TV show, which are awesome, by the way. If you're not watching the made-for-Netflix shows, start. They're amazing, all of them. I haven't found one that sucks yet.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So the one I'm thinking of is Sense8. Sense as in Essence and 8. It is a sort of a supernatural, very like Heroes was, but more realistic, as if it could actually happen. So everybody's got these psychic powers, and it's like 8 humans that are all connected. It's like they share a soul, so they can all share emotions and share thoughts, and they even project their soul to each other, so they can visit each other across the globe. And it's a really, really cool series. Season 2's coming. I'm so excited. But anyway, there's a few couples in there. My favorite couple though is Amanita and Nomi. Now, Amanita is she's actually, the actress was on Doctor Who. She was Martha on Doctor Who.
What?
Yes. So if you haven't watched the show yet, go watch it, because Martha's on it.
My God.
But Nomi is one of my favorite characters on there, because she's actually, in real life, she is a transgendered woman, and that's who she plays on the show. And it's the first time I've seen on TV a character like that is actually true. That is true to what people actually go through in real life. And it's just amazing. And their relationship is super strong, because Amanita will actually go through anything to help her girlfriend out. There's one point where Nomi gets abducted by well-intentioned people, and Amanita basically starts a fire in a hospital to save her and stuff like that. And it's just they're really, really strong, and I love them to bits. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it. It's amazing.
Okay.
And there's a lot of really strong emotions in the show too. So sometimes it's a little hard, but I found it's one of those shows that actually makes you think a lot. It's good stuff. All right.
Awesome.
What you got?
Oh God, I'm trying to think here. You'd think someone with as many ships as I do could remember them all, and I'm like, here.
Do you need more time to think? Because I've got a list, man.
Yes. Yeah. Bring up one of yours, and I'll think. I'll think some more.
My next one is River Song and the Doctor.
Yes. Ship them hardcore.
Ship them hard. Now the thing about Doctor Who is often he doesn't really have love stories a lot, because that's not what the show is about, which I'm super grateful for, honestly, that there's very little romance. There was a time where we had Rose, and the romance was a little bit obnoxious at the end there. I love
Rose. I ship Rose and 10.
No, yeah, I do too. But I mean, I love them together, and it broke my heart multiple times, that relationship, especially at the end. But it's still, it got to a point where it was it needed to end, because wasn't really what the focus should be.
It's it did end. Doomsday, people.
Yeah. And then the show after that got, honestly got better, because it was just awesome anyway. But I like that it's, the companions were more of actual companions. They were friendships. They were there to round out the Doctor in more ways than just the romantic angle.
Yes.
The romantic angle, honestly, as you've seen in many, many TV shows and movies, only goes so far until what else do you say about it? Well, the friendship, I don't know, there's just a lot of other angles you can hit. Now, if a romance also has a friendship, then that's another thing, right? Which you should, by the
That's
way,
like the
but
romance of all romance. Yeah.
exactly. Anyway, but enough about that. My favorite ship is River Song and the Doctor because River Song was amazingly well written. She is just as strong as the Doctor, super badass. She goes through time. She's awesome thief. She's like the Catwoman of Doctor Who universe,
Yeah.
pretty much.
She's fantabulous. I love her.
She is. She's also a doctor as well in her own right. She's an archaeologist, and she can regenerate to a certain point. So, sorry. So she's a bit of a Time Lord, but she's technically a human Time Lord, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I really love the relationship with her and
11.
11. I'm like, I always mix those up. Like 12, 11,
I
13.
hope she gets
I
to
don't know.
12. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, that was awesome. And then, well, we had her, the last episode of the Christmas special was the last time we'll probably ever see River. And I liked how they wrapped it up. They wrapped it up super well. It made me cry. It was a really good tie-in. They had the last night together that was alluded to way back when. With 10, I think, or with maybe it was with 11. I think it was with 11. He said, just had my last night. Yeah, and they went to the place that 11 had mentioned and everything, and it was just super sweet and awesome. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Go watch it, people.
Break both your hearts. Plus the one night actually lasts like 40 years or something, so to me that's why it was a really nice, because they did technically have a lifetime together, which makes me happy because they deserve it, especially River. She deserves it, damn it.
She does. Holy shit.
Right, everything she goes through. Yeah, she deserves to have like a really long time with her doctor.
She do.
All right. Have you thought of one?
I ship Felicity and Oliver from Arrow.
Oh damn! I actually looked that up because I haven't watched it.
I know I kind of haven't either, except I know that it happens, but I'm like waiting for a little while, and I'm like, no, am I kidding? I'm not waiting. I'm like too lazy to watch it because I have so much else to watch right now.
So much else, but so I'm behind like half a season. I haven't watched the last season. So,
no, me either.
Yeah, the last episode I seen was when they defeated Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah,
so awesome.
I'm pretty sure I was like.
And they had the sappy, happy ending where they literally drive into the sunset. Felicity and Oliver, and that was awesome. Now I just read an article about them from Valentine's Day because I was like, actually just stumbled on it earlier today, which is serendipity, I guess. And it looks like they are still together, and it was an article basically saying how like they're the ultimate couple, and how if Felicity wasn't around, we wouldn't have an Arrow at all in the story, because she basically like forces him to be a good man and forces him to, hey, go to work and do this because people need you. We need you. Stop being a baby. Right?
Yes.
And I love that.
Yes.
I love her attitude. She's such a nerdy, quirky character, but she's so strong. She's very much like my new Lois Lane. Like what Lois Lane used to be to me is what Felicity is now.
Speaking of Lois Lane, I know you're going to hate me for this, but I ship Superman and Wonder Woman.
Oh, there we go. I reminded you of that. No. Yeah, I know. And it makes me sick, you think that. Because to me, it's like Superman and Lois Lane forever.
Yeah, whatever, man. Wonder Woman and Superman. They're like...
Okay, what's your reason behind that? I don't get it. I never understood anybody who would ship them.
What? Well, they're both like, they're very similar. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying I didn't like Lois, but I'm like, she's not my favorite of like all of the. I don't know. For me, it's weird. I ship like Batman and Catwoman and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, Superman and Wonder Woman, they're both superheroes. They get each other. They're like, they know. I don't know, like. I just think they're awesome together.
They're your power couple. I get it.
Yeah. That's not a really hardcore ship, but God, there were some pretty like really awesome comic books about them, and I was like, nice.
Nice.
Like this is better than a Harlequin. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I could kind of see it, but I'm such a fan of Lois that I'm like, no. Because to me, Lois brings Superman down to earth. Like because he wants to be more
Literally.
human, and with her, she reminds him of that he can, he's protecting these humans for a reason. He doesn't have to. Which we're gonna see in the movie. Yay!
I was just gonna say, I was like, well, there's both your ship and my ship, maybe, in this new movie, so
They're
we
both
shall
are.
see.
It's gonna be great. But Lois Lane in the movie too is is played by one of my favorite actors, Amy Adams. She's just so fabulous. I'm so happy that they went with someone like that, and not just like a pretty Barbie doll, which is what they did before.
Yeah, dude, we could have ended up with Megan Fox. It's like everyone that wanted Megan Fox to play, wanted her to play freaking Wonder Woman. And it was like, oh, please no.
No.
Like, she's the Transformers
need somebody
chick.
that can actually act.
That's exactly it.
Like, no.
I was like so excited by casting one. Did you see the new trailer for Batman Superman? Sorry.
I've seen one of them. I don't know.
Because I saw one at the Deadpool show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And it was awesome because Batman was totally like, oh, yeah, well, I've known women like you. And she's like, you've never known any woman like me. And I'm like,
nope.
Kick his ass.
That's right. You don't know anything, Bruce. But, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, Lois. I love Lois because, I don't know, in the original comics a while ago, like in 80s, early 90s, she's still in the comics very badass.
Yeah.
The thing is in a lot of the modern TV shows and more the modern comics, they always give her some weird personality traits that annoy the crap out of me and probably annoy other people. That's probably why she gets a bad rap, but she's a meddler, and she is, but
yeah,
she was supposed to be a very strong character, a very, modern woman kind of thing, and who was always trying to be the equal of anybody else. She was kind of supposed to be this woman that like transcended genders, and depending on who writes her, she comes off as more annoying, which really pisses me off. But,
yeah. Like, I don't hate her, but I'm just like, I don't ship her either.
Whatever, they're canon, so. All right, so moving on. One of my favorite ships ever is, of course, Dragon Age Origins, my Warden, or any Warden, the Noble Warden with Alistair. That is like such a sweet ship. Oh my god, because if you play
everybody's on that ship. If you're not on that ship, then you are.
Yeah, like the Noble Warden, she can, if you're female, you can marry Alistair, you become the Queen Consort, you're helping to rule Ferelden. It's pretty sweet, it's pretty awesome. And Alistair is such a lovely character. He's funny, but he's very sweet, but at the same time, I like the Warden's relationship with him because she strengthens him and she makes him kind of like Felicity and Arrow. She makes him into the king that he is through her leadership. Yeah. And she kind of shows him on how you're supposed to lead a people.
That's exactly.
I really love that. I really love that. Strong women rule.
Keeping on the Dragon Age kick from Dragon Age 2, I ship female Hawk and Fenris really hard.
Okay, explain that.
They're like awesome. Well, it's just like, I feel like everyone goes into it as like Anders is more like crucial to the story, so I feel like, I don't know, I hate to say this, but like feel like some people ship him out of obligation because they're like, oh yeah, first guy, whatever, and I'm like, no. Like, I don't know. I didn't like Anders when I first tried to hit on him and he like turned me down. I was like, you piece of shit. And then I went and like hit on Fenris and he was like, hey. I'm like, okay, I picked you now. And he just has like a really, really good backstory. He's like just awesome. And they're so cute together. It's like really awesome.
They are cute. Fenris is
They
very
complement each other well because he's like nuts and like amazing, and then you're like Hawk is like normally she's pretty chill. She does a lot of cool shit.
yeah.
They're just cool. They're a power couple.
They're even like more fun if you play Mage Hawk. Because he hates mages, but then he loves hawks, so it's
I
very
know, and I was like
interesting.
a mage Hawk, and I was like, "That's right, you little bastard." And I got the friendly romance too, like where you're like, he actually likes you, he doesn't like hate you for like the rival man. So I was like, "Wow, how did I do that? I'm a freaking mage."
Nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I really like that tense relationship that they have, and he is probably like the sweetest romance in. I want to say, yeah, that has the least like chance of backfiring. um, because Anders
Yes,
obviously ends badly, and
Anders
Isabella.
breaks your heart.
Yeah,
So like,
Isabella
yeah,
has a chance of like running out on you and betraying your ass, which she does with me all the time. I hate that bitch. Like, untrustworthy pirate scum.
that's
Yeah. Um,
there's
yeah,
so
that's
many video
awesome.
game ships. I actually ship a lot more in like video games than I do in. I don't know. They're about the same actually. Never mind.
They're about the same as like TV shows and games. Right.
What's another ship?
All right. So, another video game ship of mine is, of course, Shepard and Caden.
I was gonna say, I was like, I feel like that's like one of your number one like ships.
It was like ever since, actual like romance in video games was a thing. I wanted to say this is my first like experience of a romance in a game was probably, was it Mass Effect? I think it was. I don't think I ever played a
Oh, you never
game.
forget your first.
Right? I don't think I don't think I've ever played a game before that had a romance like quite on that level where you could just play the whole thing through. Yeah, I think it was. And maybe that's why they're my favorite because he's, of course, he's as fem shep, female shep. He's in Mass Effect 1. You can either be with Ashley or Caden, and it's very gender specific. So, I'm sorry, no, you can also be with Liara, regardless of gender. But of course, I'm not into that. So I was like, I'm very straight. So I'm like, go for the hot guy with the hot voice,
That's right.
right?
The
And
hot voice.
the hot voice, especially. Hi, Raphael Sabard. You have a great voice. What, Matt? He was awesome. Anyway, um, yeah. So that's like I love their romance and their relationship throughout the whole trilogy. The whole trilogy, even two, where he's even not even in the game for most of it because you get to finally see him because the first part of the game you lose him and then you eventually get a chance to go see him again and then he just gives you the gears and he's fucking pissed and he's like, I don't trust you anymore, and he just buggers off and breaks your heart. And that was like, I can't believe a video game character just dumped my ass. Like, man,
That's totally my thing. Like, if you play a game where you have companions and you're like really tight with them, like you lose them in the game, and I get almost like separation anxiety, and I'm like, oh my
yes,
god, I got separated from my companions, and everyone's like, would you calm down? I'm like, no, like I lost him or I lost her, and I'm like, oh my god, I need them back. Like I'm gonna cry, I lost them. Like, yeah,
exactly. So this was so traumatizing, and honestly, it's the same level for me because it's a game, and you actually are, for I tend to role play my character. I tend to really get into it, and see the character as kind of like an extension of myself. So I really experience things very strongly, just kind of like when you really get into
yes,
a book or a movie that you really love, right? And then it makes you go through these emotions and you get really attached to certain characters. Well, it's the same thing with this game, and it's the first game ever that had me like, yeah, like really upset at something like that happening. And it was the first game that was very much like a movie where you all of a sudden you lost someone as part of the story. And I remember going to the forums and just like wanting to share this experience and being upset. And you should have seen the rage. The rage. Oh my god. Like, people were so pissed. And at first we were like, damn you, BioWare. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, fantastic. Well done. Well played. Like, that was great storytelling. You just ripped
took my heart out and you crushed it in your hand until there was nothing left. Good job.
Exactly. Like, holy crap. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking so much because we're actually at the time. We're at time, so we're going to wrap this baby up. God. Yeah, this was fast, you guys. And this actually worked out, I think. Oh my god, you haven't dropped once.
Yeah, I didn't pause, didn't cut out once.
So exciting. So anyway, so real quick, other ships, honorable mentions, because we didn't get to
Nate and Elena from Uncharted.
Yes, you love them.
Love them.
Why do you love them real quick?
Huh?
Why do you love them real quick?
Because they're just like, it's like the first, like when you first start the game, she's like the first chick in the game and they have like a really cool dynamic and stuff. And then throughout the games, they still have it. But then like when you start the third game, it's almost like they got married in between like game 2 and game 3 and split up. And then you're like, oh my god, like my freaking ship sailed without me and now it's not sailing anymore. And then it gets all like patched up and whatever at the end. And I'm like, oh, thank you, God. Because seriously, I was like, my heart can't handle that.
I love that. My ship sailed without me.
Yeah, that is the worst. It like sailed and then it broke up on the rocks without you. And then it starts and you're like, what the fuck happened to my ship?
Oh my god.
But it all works out in the end, so yay. But they're like my favorite couple. They're, again, 2 sassy little bitches.
Yeah, that's your thing. You like that.
That's my thing. I like the good, like the sarcastic, like, for me, a sense of humor is huge. So if you're like, you can both be like sassy and funny with each other, I'm like, that's huge.
Sweet.
Not all serious and like, oh, I'm so intense. I'm like, no, like, freaking make me laugh. Like, yeah. Those are my ships. The funny ones.
All right. Okay, so 2 of mine real quick. They're not couples, they're friendships, but they're very important ones. Would be Scully and Mulder.
Oh, yeah.
And Sherlock and Watson. Like, hello.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, they're good ships.
They're both
ships.
Super strong, working relationships. And they're super strong friendships. And honestly, if one didn't have the other, I don't think they could actually be who they are.
No.
And do what
one
they do.
complements the other. It's like
exactly.
2 halves of the same person.
Yeah, and like I love that both of these relationships don't have a romantic angle at all. That's fantastic. No. Yeah. Keep it that way.
Yeah, totally.
There's a lot of really like weird Sherlock and Watson fan fiction out there. I'm like, why?
Yes.
No.
It's called Johnlock, and it's weird as shit.
Let's not.
But then again, I've seen some stuff where they've like morphed like Phantom of the Opera with Sherlock, and it's like freaking intense and like amazing. And I'm like, oh my god, like kudos to whoever made that one up. But yeah, some of the Johnlock stuff is a bit much for me. I'm like, oh my god, like freaking don't make me look at it like that. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Okay, well, I think this wraps this up. This was a very successful podcast. We hit up like all the ships that we could. I think.
Yes.
Right. Basically, to wrap it up,
I'll have to write a blog post about the rest of them that we didn't get to that I didn't think of now.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think we like very strong people that stand as themselves to get together. And,
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to go to our website, Adorkly.ca. We are on iTunes. Just look up Adorkly. You will find us. We have a Facebook that we actually try to keep up with mostly. It is, what is it? It's facebook.com Adorkly, I believe.
Isn't it Adorkly Cast or something like that?
Yes, thank you. Adorkly Cast. You're right. Adorkly Cast, and our Twitter is Adorkly_podcast. So, all right. Keep in touch with us, and hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time with episode 16, where who knows what we're going to talk about. I don't know.
Probably The Walking Dead and Vikings.
Yeah, probably The Walking Dead, because that's my homework. That's my homework.
That's my homework, too. It's a new episode tonight, man.